Greetings and welcome to the energy of Gemini. The third house is open, okay, as well as the access to the ninth. We shall be doing a number of things, mostly remaining flexible and embracing the energy of Mercury. We call Mercury into this equation, and her retrograde is also extremely ridiculous. But we'll do what we can and make do with what we can. We'll will into being ways to coerce and manipulate with what has been given to us in order to find and become students of what may appear to be karmas. Okay? Um, now, we shall go ahead and begin. I do thank you for tuning in. We'll do a little bit of a karma reading for this month in particular, that is October 2021, for the energy of Gemini. Thank you. Okay. Out of tension, you are moving to a place of stillness, into a place of balance. Um, Perhaps you've been bringing the wrong things into your life. Perhaps you're dealing with someone who is very, very, very concerned with the past. Perhaps you're leaving an old version of yourself who's concerned with the past. No longer are you dealing with that. Perhaps there's something about the tension that you feel now, this drive, this motivation to make a choice towards what? Two things. One is, yeah, and the second is, okay, yeah, this is very clear. So essentially, there is a way of doing things in terms of your own realities that you are bringing about that come from a very intense desire to find truth in action, to also make a choice towards one of two things. One is a family or a serious type of relationship. One is more also of a spiritual design. The other is more finding balance within the mind, okay? And I think you're going to be veering towards more something of the mind, coming into that head state so that you can give to others righteously, okay? Excuse me. Now, we shall go ahead and begin with a 9-card spread known as the Great Mirror. The Great Mirror is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun in order to see particular karmas that may exist between the first and the seventh houses of Gemini and the opposing of Sagittarius, okay? So we'll pull in the energy of another, and hopefully this is not someone from the past, but it probably will be. This shall not resonate for everyone. Uh, yeah, and let's try to be flexible on this. Take only what you will. Thank you. It's a big message. Okay, something new is coming about here. A new future that is going to be gifting you something. This will help you to help augment others, to bring them, to raise them up. But I think your offering may not be accepted. Someone is going through a lot of chaos right now, whomever you're dealing with, but perhaps so are you. This comes from a place of stillness, and an effect has emerged out of it. A lot of cardinal energy here. Yes. Okay. So there's a lot of past movement, ways and modes of doing things, exploring an emotional past, slow emotions that come into realization very slowly registering emotions or desires, okay, and realizing that these emotions are not emotions at all, they are merely desires. And this will help you to find balance in some sort of way, as something that is a common motif of where you come from, where you've been, how you've operated in the past. And there is a sense of clarity within this all, and a way of doing things uh, in wisdom, okay, through experience of the first and the fourth houses. Okay, so exploration and acceptance into the past. Now, perhaps there's something also causing you um, to become alert, and to find ways and means to break free from uh, angers or detached, yeah, angers, lots of angers. There's a way to forgive also people of the past, especially if you're dealing with a family situation with people who are older than you. Um, but yeah, lots of change, lots of craziness. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, misfortune on one end as well. You're dealing with someone who needs to guard themselves more in terms of their own secrets. Excuse me, of their own desires, of their own fears, and they need to guard that as they go through a lot of changes in the world, changes within themselves, changes within the order and the hierarchy of things, chaos. There's an intensity that they also want to embrace, some sort of intense truth that they want to produce to you. And perhaps you are the bringer of enlightenment to them. There's something about you that also wants to offer that to them, but it's difficult with the Page of Pentacles, the Page of, sorry, Cups in reverse. Um, this type of connection speaks of imbalance, a limitation on Jupiter's energy, also an inability to be gifted in some sort of way. Yet there are gifts to be had in shared melancholy, in shared isolation. I think this person has a huge effect on you in terms of what they bring, in terms of what they learn, in terms of what type of emotions they can give to you, and perhaps they feed you in that respect. Um, but there's difficulty considering that once again Jupiter is limited. So here with this, and you have a great deal of ambition to essentially learn things from them, or at least there's with the World card in reverse, there's a type of fixed change, a mutable change here that speaks of leading leading by example, or perhaps letting the world sort of come back to where it used to be, something like this. And this has caused a great deal of pensiveness on both ends. Yeah, so I see here a type of darkness, or a type of setting sun, a bittersweet sort of end that is on a mental level, but also a need to find inspiration or clarity, not to feel so sick when the sun comes down. Also, there's an ability to find uh, a way to bridge this type of connection through, yeah, so that's the thing. Jupiter eventually will bless this type of connection, but also there's difficulty in finding clarity in the mind for another person. Um, hmm, uh, it's a fairly scattershot reading. Um, I wish I could give you more. Um, okay, so there may be a type of yeah, a way of drive and ambition to understand and purify the past. And as you do this, there's difficulty, and you know it, both of you know it. But this person is essentially going through a humbling experience, okay? Even if they are gaining status or propriety, they're going through a humbled experience. And there's a very intense dream that they want to produce with you. Yet you are trying to find terra firma. You're trying to find a way to have a new sort of world. Okay, that could involve them. That doesn't have to. But the difficulty is being patient in this type of connection. So yeah, it's very strange reading, but this is what we get with Mercury retrograde. I've been so hesitant to do readings, but this is the best I can do. Um, Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully that has been somewhat insightful. If you would like a private reading, I could be made available, but it's not necessary. I do thank you. Bye.